Hi friends, I'm back with one more video. So looking at this slide, I would say that majority of the traders are not aware of one of the key point of debit and ratio spread. Alright, so once you are done with this video, watching the complete video, so if you literally felt like, yes, I did not know about this pointer for debit and ratio spread, so guys, please comment in the comment section saying that yes you were aware, or if you are not aware you have to just type you were not aware. Okay, let's make it more interactive. All right, so let me take you to sensible. So what I've done is like, guys, I've just deployed a put ratio spread. Okay, I've just deployed a put ratio spread for 16th March. Okay, and then I've taken two windows. Okay, I've just deployed the same put ratio spread in two windows so that I can just show you the pointer what we were discussing, which you might be not aware. Okay, basically we deploy the put ratio spread just in case if your view is sideways to a sort of mild bearish. If it is like super bearish, it's not a good practice for you to deploy a put ratio spread. Rather you can just go for debit spread. So what did I do here? I've just deselected this thing. Okay, if your view is completely super bearish, go for debit spread. But if your view is a sort of sideways to mild bearish, then go for this ratio spread. Okay, let me zoom out this thing. Now I've taken two windows. Okay, now what I'll do, let's say, okay, let me take the epic pen, guys. Okay, now what I'll do, if you look at this trade, okay, so 3.1% is your extreme lower side range. Okay, this particular trade has 3.1%. This has a safety of 3.1%. Your break even is like 0.5%, right? Once this break even is breached, your profit will start. Okay, the blue line, it is giving you a support of almost 2.62%. Only when bank nifty makes a 2.62% gap down tomorrow, you will be start seeing the losses. Until this point you will be in profit tomorrow also. Now what I'll do is like, okay, you have a loss of 839, guys. This is very important, just keep an eye on the loss. 839 is the loss. Let me write somewhere here, 839 is the loss, guys. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll take it to the second window. Okay, see, just stay focused, guys. I'm just trying to increase the lot, okay, of the debit spread 2, and then I've just increased the quantity to 2. That's it. What I've done is like, okay, let me again take you back to the first window. This is your typical ratio spread with 1 is to 1 is to 1. That's it, right? Everyone, when they want to enter into ratio spread, they basically enter into debit spread or ratio spread with 1 is to 1 is to 1, because that's what they have learned with all the YouTubers. But what I say is like, I'll take you to the second window. Rather than me entering to 1 is to 1 is to 1, I'm just entering into 2 is to 2 is to 1. That's it. So what is the advantages and what are the pros and cons? First thing is like, your loss has increased. Your loss was actually 839, right? We saw it, right? Your loss is, how much is this? 839, but your loss has increased to 2524. Point number one. The second thing is like, where was your break even? 3.7% is your break even, right? This is like 3.1. So you got the break even of almost like 3.74%, right? Differentiator number 2, your maximum profit in 2 is to 2 is to 1 is 12,446, but here your profit is only 6,661, right? You have to now correlate whether this makes sense or not. Based on your trading style, you have to deploy this trade. Okay, this is almost like double the profit. Check the capital. Capital required is 1,40,000 in 2 is to 2 is to 1. What is the capital? The capital is 1,25,000 in 1 is to 1 is to 1. Just for the mere 15,000, you are able to increase the profit from 6,000 to 12,476. Got it? There are like many differentiators. I'll let you know, guys. Okay, but your loss has increased drastically. Your loss has increased 839 versus 2524. But now check the beauty, guys. If at all tomorrow market makes a gap down of 0.54%, let's say, right, 0.4%, in 2 is to 2 is to 1, you will be getting with a profit of 2000 on a capital of 1,40,000. What will happen with this trade with 1 is to 1 is to 1 with a 0.54% this thing, right? You will get with only 1,200 profit, almost double the profit you will get with 2 is to 2 is to 1. Let's say let's say take an example of 2%, right? 2%, this trade is giving you almost profit of 5,759. Check the black box, 5,769 when Bank Nifty opens a gap down of 2%. Let's imagine what this trade will give you. Okay, this trade with a 2% downside move will give you only 1,692. You are able to correlate it, right, with the 1 is to 1 is to 1 with the 2 is to 2 is to 1. No rocket science. Just what we have done is like we have just increased the quantity to 2. So basically this is your debit spread. Basically this is your debit spread, 1 by 1 cell. All right. Now let me show you one thing. Why did we go for ratio spread? Okay, let me again get you back. Why can't I went for debit spread? See, debit spread itself is giving you a loss of 1686. Point number one, right? This has low, what do we say, profit when compared to. Just to reduce the loss to 50%, just to reduce this loss to 50%, we are selling one more put. That's it. The moment we sell, your loss has become only 829. Right now, let me show you 2%. Again, let me reiterate, 2%. Your profit is 5,759. You calculate the profit on 1,40,000. This trade will give you almost like 1,692 only. All right, now you have the, even if in this trade you will get into loss only when Bank Nifty opens 3.63% gap down, so then your loss will start. But whereas in 1 is to 1 is to 1, your loss will start at 2 point, what is that, 2.62%. Right, these are all the things what you have to take into consideration, guys. Now what are the other things? Right, what are the other things? Probability, not a big deal, right? Then I mean, you guys have to think now, what are the other probabilities, right? So by just giving additional 1800 loss, you have almost increased the profit to 2x time. This is 6000, this is almost like 12,000. So if your view is like sideways to some sort of, not mild but a bullish, go for this trade. Check the blue line, how steep upside the blue line is going when compared with this one. Yes, even this is steep, but at certain point it is coming down. But check the blue line, right? It is going steep, 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 steep upside, and then this is almost crossing the zero line at almost your 3.7% gap down. Got it, guys? So not a big deal, right? Your profit, your margin is only 1,40,000, and here it is like 1,25,000. Your loss is only 839, but the only drawback of this trade is the loss. But otherwise, this stands good from almost all the angles, right? So this is what, whenever someone wants to go for ratio split, they just go for 1 is to 1 is to 1. They do not look at the profit, they do not look at the what do we say, this blue line where exactly your loss will start, how much of safety you have paying this the put ratio split. When you make it to, let me make it here, 2 is to 2, that's it, right? Check the blue line. If at all you want to increase it to 2 also, right, your loss will reduce drastically. Right now this loss is how much, 2,500. If you are going for 2 lots, your loss has reduced to almost like 1,000, but still you have good range, 2.62. So you have to play. If you want to go for 2, then why don't you go for 3 buying? All right, and go for 3 buying. That's it. Now your capital has increased, your profit has increased to 3x time. What is your loss? Your loss is only 3,363. You're getting my point, right, guys? So just by taking 3363 loss, you have increased your loss from 6000 to almost 20,000, 3x times. But your loss, all right, but your loss is only 3,363. Now it all depends on you whether you want to go for 1 is to 1 is to 1, or 2 is to 2 is to 1, or 3 is to 3 is to 2. Now you play around with the strikes and premiums. Alright guys, thank you guys, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my video and please comment it whether you know about this key pointer for debit and ratio spread. I mean, you comment it if you know. If you do not know, if this something is new, please comment saying that yes, this is new for me, I've learned a new thing. Alright, thank you guys.